Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to Symphogear Season 2, episode episode 9. Episode 9, indeed. Right. In the last episode, Miku fucking died. Or at least so would the showrunners lead us to believe. I still don't think she actually died, but it's very much the kind of situation where we as the audience are supposed to believe that she in fact did. Besides that, we also had Mother try to strike some shady deal with some shady American people, but here's the thing with striking shady deals with shady individuals. They will most likely outshade you. And so they did. They attacked her, and Mother and Maria kind of defended themselves through Ver, who summoned a lot of noise, probably a lot more than necessary, because realistically he only needed to summon a couple of them to deal with the guards attacking Mother, but he summoned enough of them to attack the entire building, and then some. Maria, of course, had to get through the guards and attackers and whatnot, and she is very much doubting is she even the hero. And she, of course, also has a lot of self-loathing caused by the fact that she isn't Finé. That perhaps if only she was the real Finé, maybe things would have gone differently. But alas, she isn't. Hibiki was spending a nice time together with Miku at some aquarium, coincidentally in the exact same building. And of course, now Hibiki had to henshin to save herself from falling, but alas, she was not able to save Miku. Seemingly. We'll see where it goes exactly. Homemade iced latte. Best kind of iced latte you can get. I only need to buy myself some fancy syrups to go with it. There's that cafe I often, like twice a month, I stop by. They have this great eucalyptus mint syrup for their coffee, and I need to find something like that online and buy it. But let's not talk about coffee. I guess let's just start watching episode 9 of Symphogear. And if you want to watch episode 10 early, you can join my Patreon, link in the description, name right here, because episode 10 will already be there. For just $10 you get access to that. And to some other stuff like Review Starlight, for example, is also early on Patreon. Okay, I have my sound. I need to set up my camera a little better. There we go. Now I can give you your subs with clean conscience, and we can start watching this episode. That's a very fast intro, just over 3 minutes, but I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with Miku. I had my theories, right? Is Miku gonna use a shard of Hibiki as her Symphogear, as her relic, or what the fuck's gonna happen? How can Miku possibly be saved? Or Maria will save her? Or the Vulcan Skull? I have no clue. And I'm excited to find out. So let's not dawdle any longer. Let's just start episode 9 of Symphogear, version by D-Track, I think. Yeah, D-Track. Subs by D-Track. And let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, last time on Dragon Ball Z. Calling it now, that's Chekhov's gun. Sometime in the future, perhaps not in this season, perhaps not in the next season, but sometime in the future, Miku is gonna get her own fucking henshin, and she's gonna save Hibiki. I don't know if it even needs being noted down, but just in case, now just for the sake of completeness, I'm gonna note it down. Yep. Boom, there goes Miku. Cue the opening. Cue the opening. Okay. Yeah, my notes are a mess. Okay. Last free page of notes for Symphogear G before we start encroaching on Virgin Road territory, which I also highly recommend, by the way. Go check it out on my channel. Miku henshins and saves Hibiki, open parenthesis, Chekhov's gun from S to E8, I guess. Just in case it becomes relevant. Shushagana Ligma. One kind of odd thing I noticed in this opening, that it's Tsubasa who's fighting Maria and not Hibiki. I'd expect Hibiki to fight her as sort of a, two sides of the same coin. White Gangnir and black Gangnir forever destined to fight or whatever bullshit. You know how it goes, you know the trope. What's that? That was crumbling. Was it like her growth, her originium crystals crumbling? Or was it just bits and pieces of the building that were stuck in her clothes or something? See, they can arrive on time if they want to. I mean, you know full well who it is. It's Ver. Yeah, exactly. Who else? Well, where the fuck did that come from? Is she blaming herself for being the initial bearer of Solomon's cane or something like that? Is she blaming herself for letting Solomon's cane slip out of her grasp? Not seeing through there? Something? Yeah, no shit. Ver. Alright. Which bit of charred remains is Miku? And drag her with you? I mean, I guess it wouldn't actually be that bad of an idea. Drag Miku with you, henshin in the mid-air, and save her. I mean, it's not a completely unreasonable plan. I mean, it was a long time coming. You only have yourself to blame for being along for the ride for this long of a time. You are reducing the number of savable lives with every single day. I mean, he's not wrong. Yep. See, that's why relationships should be built on trust. All sorts of relationships, not on deception. Because when someone else, some third party, unveils the truth, shit goes bad. If Bulk and Skull were on the whole shebang right from the very beginning, that would have zero leverage over them. You have a champignon stuck to your cheek. I heard of grain of rice being stuck to your cheek, but not a whole ass fucking champignon slice. She's a slob, isn't she? No, it's not. Yep, your entire relationship was built on deception and lies. Lies? Yeah, why? Ah, so you decided to double down and fully embrace the path of villainy. Yes, No, it's a decision of a dumbass. Dear guest, did they capture Miku? Yes, they did. Okay. Well, now I'm waiting for Hibiki to punch some sense into all the people on board. Or the explosion was strong enough to just blow her away. I mean, what about that little tiny detail that she can't henshin or she risks dying? Did we forget about it? Okay, it's time for the montage. The Eye of the Tiger. Genjuro song. And my camera got fucking stuck again. Okay, we're good. Okay, just punching carcasses, climbing mountains, drinking raw eggs. We get a full package. We're getting the full package. Genjuro would really like Pumping Iron Power by Grail Knights, wouldn't he? Reminded. Okay. Miku reminded her of her sister. Is Miku gonna change Maria's mind? Yeah, but your personality isn't getting overwritten. Well, no longer. She took the wrong lessons, entirely wrong lessons from what has happened. Yeah, nothing's wrong, don't worry about me. Runs away. If that's not a dead giveaway that something is wrong, I don't know what is. Huh? Some sort of a transformation? Oh? Something's going on with the crystals within her? By who? The way of Maria. You literally are not, my girl. You literally are not. No, you're not going anywhere. How's that homicide tasting, Maria? You like it? She's gonna assist the soldiers. And we're getting a. Ooh, that's a nice henshin. Thank you very much. Yep, she has Heelys. Linker? 100 rebirths. The Heelys and the saw as a weapon really reminds me of what's her face? One character from Punishing Grey Raven. She uses a chainsword as a weapon and also has Heelys. Leave something behind. Leave behind the hatred that Shirabe will feel towards you. Okay. What's that? Who's that? Is that Maria? I don't think it's Maria. Mother? Whomst? Miku? Miku pumped up with Linker? It's... Okay. Well... I guess there goes my theory about Miku having to henshin to save Hibiki. I guess her first henshin was entirely forceful. That really felt like no time at all. It's really been 22 minutes. Holy hell. Hmm. I'd sooner have expected Mother henshin to descend upon them, or Maria's dead sister somehow revived through the power of bullshit and artifacts and sent there as a living weapon. I did not expect it to be Miku. Hmm. 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 Guess let's go through it again. I honestly don't know what to say. I honestly don't. I'm just a little bit of a loss for words. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. OP. Any particular new details that I can see in the OP? Not exactly, no. Bit of a fight. Chris is really pumped up here. I'm not entirely certain why exactly. I think it might have to do something with her being the original wielder of Solomon's Cane, and she did take part in the retrieval process, or rather the transportation process of Solomon's Cane. I guess she might be putting herself at fault, at least partially, for letting the Solomon's Cane go and maybe not seeing through there. Think that might be it. Think that might be her issue. She feels responsible for Solomon's Cane because it used to be in her possession. Of course, her feeling of being responsible for it is kind of unfounded because she had no way to see through there, right? For all she knew, she was doing the good thing, the best thing she could have done with Solomon's Cane, sending it off somewhere to a bunker deep down below to never see the light of day again. Then again, that also makes me wonder what was the point initially of sending that cane to that other facility? Or rather, whatever the point might have been, something as dangerous as Solomon's cane should be protected at all times by Symphogear wielders. It's something that would have been much better placed on their little submarine. So that not Miku, or I guess maybe Miku from now on, who knows? So that Chris, Tsubasa, Hibiki are there to protect it. That other military facility was only protected by regular soldiers, and well, should the noise attack or should a Symphogear wielder attack, they have absolutely zero way of stopping them from reaching Solomon's cane. Right, so that wasn't the best plan in hindsight. And I guess Chris is really living through that, really regretting ever letting go of the Solomon's cane. That also begs another question. Could Solomon's cane be either A, destroyed, B, used against noise somehow? I don't know if relics can be used to create Symphogear. I don't think that's the case. I don't think they could have given Solomon's cane to someone who's compatible, who has like high syncrate or whatever, and them turning Solomon's cane into their Symphogear. I'm not sure that's the case. But I do believe that Solomon's cane, being in their possession, in possession of Genjiro and his team, is a much, much, much better idea than placing it in some random military facility that can be raided by anybody at any time, and there's fuck all the soldiers can do about it. Huh. Interesting. Interesting that it's resurfaced only now, though. Because we've seen Solomon's cane in action so many times in this season alone, and Chris never really voiced her concerns, voiced her regrets. It is only now. Maybe because she knows that she believes that Miku died because of it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Try to negotiate, but yeah, negotiations didn't go right. Hibiki isn't wrong here. She shouldn't have let go. But she shouldn't have just hung on to Miku's hand. She should have dragged Miku with her. And then henshined midair and saved both of them. She saved Miku from falling once. She can do it again, right? So... But yeah, she couldn't have predicted that something's gonna happen to Miku. For all she knew, she would henshin on her way down, land, then fly up, grab Miku and rescue her. Right? That was probably the plan she had. But she wasn't able to. There was a bada bing bada boom, and Miku is gone. And yeah, this bit, it's so obvious, right? So obvious that when any sort of a relationship is based on lies and deception in its entirety, and the relationship working, be it working relationship or interpersonal relationship, working solely thanks to the fact that one part of it isn't privy to all of the information, everything breaks down as soon as there's someone who knows the truth and someone speaks the truth. Everything. And the thing is, when you try to break down some relationship with lies, those lies can be disproven, right? When you try to break down a relationship with truth, the truth cannot be disproven. There's no way in hell to disprove the truth. Because it is the truth. They made a mistake. Mother and Maria made a critical mistake. Kirika and Shirabe are important parts of their plan. But they weren't in on the most important parts. They weren't included. They didn't know that Maria isn't Finé. They didn't know about Mother's plans to sell out to the Americans, right? And so their trust is very easily eroded by just the truth. Because the people they trusted the most, Mother and Maria, who rescued them, who took care of them, who were like a family to them, they lied from the very beginning. Right? And I see a lot of, maybe not a lot, but there is a fair share of villains that make this critical mistake, who base their plans entirely on the loyalty of someone, and yet they do nothing to earn that loyalty. They try to earn it through deception and lies. And whenever the hero, the protagonist, or whoever else tells them about the truth, the trust is gone, just like that. Like a soap bubble in the wind. It's no longer there. I honestly think I expected more of Mother, and maybe not of Maria. Maria is dumb as shit, but I expected more of Mother. She seems like the cunning type. She seems like the type that has things worked out like 17 steps ahead on a 4-dimensional chessboard. Well, maybe not to that degree, but you know what I mean. She seems like someone who would know of the possible repercussions should Shirabe and Kirika ever learn the truth. I don't know. I don't know. There's like one collective brain cell in this entire airship, and Ver has like 75% of it. Chris is a huge slob, isn't she? Mouth dirty with sauce, champignon on her cheek. Sitting with her legs crossed. Okay, what's Tsubasa's issues? How could I be calm? The FIS, Tachibana, and my own powerlessness when my comrades were in peril. It's unbearable. I mean, I guess. Kinda. Shit is kinda going down. Shit is hitting the fan. Like, industrial sized fan, there's no doubt about it. But does she really have anything to blame herself for? Like, we know that she is very strict with herself. We know that, for sure. But can she realistically blame herself for anything that has happened? I don't think so. Well, sure, she can blame herself for not taking care of Ver during any of the 1200 chances she had to deal with Ver. Sure. But I don't think she's entirely fair to herself. Although that is part of her character. Yeah, she is extremely strict with herself because she is the sword and she has to be the sharpest sword in the shed. Chris, you fucking slob. If you want to talk heart to heart, you could at least call me by my given name. She's not wrong here. She's not wrong here. We're all friends, we're all comrades, we're all brothers, or rather sisters in arms. Call me by my name. I'm calling you Chris. I'm not calling you Yukine. Or which one's the first name, which one's the surname? I don't know. Or is Tsubasa calling her Yukine? I don't know. It's weird with Japanese names. Especially when some sites list the names in like Japanese order, surname, first name. Some sites list names in Western order, first name, surname. So it's sometimes really hard to see which one is the first name, which one is the surname. And this one detail. So much for that heart to heart. Maybe this is for the best. Why would it be? This. A piece of spaghetti. And my camera is fucking stopped again. Are you shitting me? Are you for real? We good? Droid cam? Droid cam. I asked if we're good or not. I guess we're not good. Not quite yet. I guess I have to restore the whole fucking droid cam client. Give me a moment. But yeah, I wanted to talk about, I guess you can't see it on screen quite yet, the piece of spaghetti stuck under her mug. There we go. Why is it zoomed out this much? Jesus fucking Christ. I really need a proper webcam. God damn it. Okay, yeah, this piece of spaghetti stuck under her mug. I don't know, I just like it. I just like it. It really shows how much of a slob Chris is. I guess she's not used to like civilized life. She's like a jungle kid, essentially. What the doctor is saying is a lie. No, it's not. Yeah, your plan is falling apart. And you realize you're mass murderers. And you're fucking war criminals. And you're a bunch of terrorists. But Shirabe has her doubts about it. Mother has her doubts about it. Maria just fucking doubles down like the absolute dumbass she is. She just doubles down. I guess it's not without reason, right? Like, Mother herself, for the longest time, was a big proponent of Maria, like, doubling down and don't feel it must be done for the sake of humanity. What we're doing is necessary and whatnot. So, Mother has only herself to blame for making Maria into the absolute fucking dumbass mass murderer that she is. Honestly. And yeah, Miku's been captured. I did not predict that. Only after Ver said that he has a guest to attend to, things clicked with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miku is alive. A little bit of a training montage. Punching dead cows. Classic. Visiting fucking Pantheon. Drinking raw eggs. Classic. And Chris is still having doubts. This place is just too warm for me. That's gonna be her shtick, isn't it? Feelings of maybe not quite inferiority, but feelings of not exactly fitting with the rest of the crew. Right? I have a feeling that might be it. Tsubasa's issue is that she's trying to mask her emotions with indifference and with believing that she's a weapon and whatnot, and with being incredibly hard on herself. Chris's shtick is having a low self-esteem, believing that she has no place in a warm place like that. Yeah, their personalities are slowly but surely forming. There was that little bit with Hibiki waking up, I think it was later. Thank you for saving me, but now you're keeping me in a cage. We're lonely crybabies, she was kind to us. Well, she no longer is. Now she's a... Now she's a mass murderer is what she is, really. Like, there's no better way to put it. She's not a hero, not in the slightest. You could argue in the building when she was fighting the guards, you could argue that she was doing it to save herself, to save Mother, that there was some purpose behind it. But once she just attacked the aircraft carrier, nope, nope, nope. You don't do that and remain a hero. You don't. Maria just doubled down on being the villain. Sad, but oh well. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Only through brute force can we maintain justice. Yes, only through brute force can we maintain justice. Sure. Only after we overthrow the government and we become the government, then everything will be better. We will be incorruptible. We will be infallible. The power will certainly not go to our heads. We are the best rulers you will ever get. So they say, a decade before the next revolution comes to overthrow them. History repeats itself. History repeats itself. Shirabe is the first one to break. And there was this scene with Hibiki dreaming of that crystal. Yeah. Hold on just a little longer, Miku. The vision of the crystal. Now let me take a good look at this crystal. It doesn't seem like it's black the way the uh, relic shards are that are growing through her. It doesn't have the same shape. It's not red the way relics are in the form of pendants. It's white and very elongated. Could it be that something else is forming within her? That the relic is going through some changes, some, I don't know, metamorphosis, metastasis, whatever you want to call it. And it's achieving its true form, or whatever, and that's going to be something that helps Hibiki. The relic spread as much as it needed to, and now it's slowly retreating and concentrating around her heart, or something like that. Something like that. I'm gonna note it down that Hibiki's oripathy. Hibiki's oripathy is evolving and changing to no longer threaten her life. There we go. Because again, as I said, I had my doubts if it's something that's actually gonna kill Hibiki, because they don't know that. It's an unprecedented case, and they don't really have specialists on board, so how can they be 100% sure it's gonna kill Hibiki? Maybe it's gonna reach a certain point of growth, and then it's gonna roll back, and there's just gonna be a little tiny white crystal next to Hibiki's heart, and that's gonna be the source of all her powers. It could very well be the case. That is the duty with which we have been entrusted. That's the way of strong who terrorize the weak. Yes. We will bring an end to this world where the strong oppress the weak by being the strong who oppress the weak. Hooray! Logic. Yeah. Down with the bourgeoisie. Let us become the new bourgeoisie. Essentially. That's... How many times has it happened in human history? How many times? Too many to count, really. Wouldn't surprise me. Like, I'm not great at ancient history. Wouldn't surprise me if things like that were happening during, I don't know, ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, in fucking Mesopotamia. Wouldn't surprise me if there was a movement to overthrow the current evil ruler, only for the one who overthrew that ruler to become the new evil ruler. It's the way humanity works, I guess. That's the way we're wired. I'll tread that path with no fear or hesitation. Of course. I like Chris here. I like the way Chris is acting. Grabs Hibiki by the necktie, but isn't angry the way Tsubasa is. She's genuinely worried. And she's very, very calm, I guess, with Hibiki. Stay here, okay? You can't leave. You can't put yourself in danger. You understand me. I'm your friend. I want only the best for you. Here, let me fix your tail. Let me fix your tie. Please. Please stay here. We'll manage. I really like Chris' approach. I really do like it. Maria bites her lip, but hey, war crimes won't commit themselves. What can you do? What can you do? Is this really necessary to protect the weak? Yes, why, of course. The best way to protect the weak is to cull the weak. The fewer weak you have to protect, the stronger your protection can be. Isn't that right? Shirabe is, of course, the first one to decide that it doesn't sit right with her. I really didn't expect her to be the first one. I really thought it's gonna be Kirika. It's gonna be the first one to leave this place, to decide that, you know what? Are we the baddies? I don't wanna be a baddie. And just leaves. I didn't expect it to be Shirabe. Yeah, that's a very nice henshin scene. Twin tails. Are those like cat ears? Yeah, Heelys. Those things just slide on her twin tails, and those are, I guess, kind of like cat ears. Right, the character from Punishing Grey Raven that also has Heelys. I need to find her name. Punishing Grey Raven Heelys. That should be enough. Heelys. Welcome to Detroit lyrics. How did you come to that conclusion? That I want the lyrics to some song named Welcome to Detroit? It's... Nanami. Yeah, Nanami. Nanami in Punishing Grey Raven wields a chain sword and has Heelys. We come to know our DNA and all its imperfections. All we can do is accept it like those. That's why I will cut the world to pieces. Even if we wish to protect someone, I've all but forgotten the smile that spurred me on, but I can still fly now. And betrayal. Huge, 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 huge betrayal by Kirika. Enormous betrayal. And again, Kirika makes no sense. I might cease to be myself at any time, and you remember me. Well, what is she gonna remember you by? By the way you betrayed her? By the way you put her at risk? By the way you're not making any fucking sense right now? What is it with the villains here? Having like a single brain cell. Maria taking the completely opposite lessons from what happened than what she was supposed to. Kirika just betraying her best friend and spouting nonsense. I don't know. I have to leave something behind. Well, you're leaving your friend behind is what you're doing. As long as this world remains, so shall the memories we share. Yes, the memory of fucking betrayal. I'll protect the world as the Doctor wishes. I'll wipe half the humanity, if he wants to, because I'm a fucking dumbass. I really hope, I really, 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 really hope that we're finally gonna shake up the status quo somehow. I really hope. Chris has Shirabe in a chokehold. Tsubasa has Kirika on the sword point. Everything converged in one place. I'm gonna lose my shit if Kirika and Shirabe just go back to the vehicle with Maria, with Ver, and with Mother, and they're just gonna fly away to be the villain of the week in the next fucking episode. I'm gonna lose my shit if we go back to status quo. It's been, honestly, yeah, it's time to shake up the status quo. I can only take so much of it. Of Ver and his merry team and Three Stooges appearing, fucking shit up, disappearing. Next episode, they appear, they fuck shit up, they disappear. Next episode, they appear, they fuck shit up, they disappear. Like a fucking Power Rangers villain. Please change something up. Shake something up. Capture Shirabe. That would be enough for me. Capture Shirabe. Take her with you in chains or whatever. That will be enough. Have, I don't know, kill Ver. That would be enough. Have Mother decide to work with our main team instead of Ver. I'll be fine with that. But change something. Anything. At this point, there's no going back. At least not for Shirabe. There's no going back for Maria. There's no going back for Mother, for Ver, for Kirika. They cannot, let me emphasize it, they cannot just go back to their little Vito, the 5 of them, and continue living as a happy family until the next episode comes when they are needed to fuck shit up again. I'm rarely critical of Symphogear. I guess in this season I've been much more critical, mostly because of Ver. But now it's transcended Ver. It's time to shake things up. It really is. Change the status quo in whatever way you feel like, but change it for the love of God. Miku para dropping. Now, what kind of Symphogear is that? It's purple. Is that... Oh, the headpiece, the mouth. Is it the Nephilim's heart turned into a Symphogear? Is Miku using Nephilim's heart right now? I thought for a moment, because of her kind of silhouette, her legs, one in front of the other, and the color, that she might be using Solomon's cane. But I don't think that would get rid of his biggest asset. I think it genuinely is Nephilim's heart that Miku now uses. Empty eyes. Now, how did they mind break her? That's also a question. That is also a question. Does the... I don't know. Does the Nephilim heart just have the innate ability to mind break anybody who uses it as a Symphogear? I have no clue. There we go, that's the episode. That was episode... That was episode 9 of Symphogear G. And again, I have to repeat it yet again. I'm sorry, I've been getting comments that I'm repeating myself a lot, but I have to repeat it. Shake things up, please. I beg of you. I don't want to get villain of the week kind of deal, where Ver and his merry team just are just blasting off again every week, and then they're back with a Meowth balloon trying to steal Pikachu, and then they get blasted again, and next week they come back in a Meowth mecha trying to steal Pikachu, and I really don't want that to happen. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. I guess 3 things in particular that I'm very curious about how they're gonna unfold. 1, Shirabe. Is she gonna be captured and is she gonna join our team? Or is she gonna go back? Please don't let her go back to Ver and Mother. Please don't let her. I beg of you. That's one thing I'm curious of. The second thing I'm curious of is what exactly happened with Hibiki when she had the vision of that little white gem. Is it really her oripathy evolving? Or is it something else? Is she on the verge of death, or is she on the verge of greatness? I've no clue, and I don't think anybody does. Everybody just makes assumptions. I'm gonna make an assumption, actually. Hibiki henshining to save Miku is gonna trigger her oripathy in some way. Hibiki henshining to save Miku is going to trigger her oripathy somehow. I don't know how exactly. Maybe Hibiki is gonna die because of that. Maybe Hibiki is gonna awaken a new power and get a second henshin. I have no clue, but something's gonna happen. And the third thing I'm curious about is Miku. What's gonna happen with Miku? I think that's the biggest question, because that's also the scene they left off. That's also the cliffhanger of this episode. It would be cool if she could keep the Nephilim heart as her Symphogear. If it turned out that she doesn't really need linker, I'm assuming she was forced into Henshin with a linker injection. It would be cool if it turns out that she doesn't need linker, that she has natural synchronization levels or whatever with the Aufwachen waveforms, and that she can continue using that Nephilim heart. Then again, I'm not sure if Nephilim heart is a Symphogear you want to be using. It's implied to be like that evil thing to destroy the world and whatnot. So probably not the best idea to make a Symphogear out of it. And that also kinda... I don't know if it answers my question necessarily, but maybe it does. I had that question. Could they possibly turn Solomon's Cane into a Symphogear? Well, if they turned Nephilim's Heart into a Symphogear, I'm assuming they could turn Solomon's Cane as well. Which makes me believe that them giving up that Solomon's Cane to that weird military facility wasn't the best course of action after all. I wonder what's gonna happen. I really, really do. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait for the next episode to get our answers. I might even watch it later today. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, right now that's gonna be it from me. So now it's your turn to tell me in the comments what did you think of this episode, of my reaction, of my theories, all that kind of stuff. If you have something spoilery to say, don't say it. Keep it to yourself, or join my Discord server right here. And you can use spoiler tags in Symphogear channel, and you can talk all the kinds of spoilers you want in there. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, not only Symphogear, but also Spy X Family, Review Starlight, Skeleton Knight in Another World, Tatenusha no Nariagari Season 2, and Shokei Shoujo no Virgin Road. That last one I particularly recommend. I have a feeling if you like anime that has a lot of theory crafting and a lot of stuff like that, the way Symphogear does, you're gonna like Virgin Road. That's my recommendation for you. If you want to support my channel monetarily, you can do so on Patreon, link in the description, also my Patreon name right here. The ring light I'm using right now was purchased thanks to your Patreon support, so if you want to improve my setup, if you want me to buy a proper webcam, for example, you can make that a reality through Patreon, of course. And for $10 a month, you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear and Review Starlight, and even for just $1 a month, you get access to a special role on my Discord server. It gives you an access to a channel, and you also get a place in the credits of every single of my videos. You're gonna see those credits very soon, after I tell you that you can also support my channel non-monetarily by just sharing those videos, spreading the word about my content, because the more you spread the word, the more YouTube itself is want to spread the word as well, and it contributes to a nice little bunch of organic traffic, and that's the best kind of traffic you can get. The same way the best meat is organic meat, the best food is organic food, the best traffic is organic traffic. But right now, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers. And here's the credits I mentioned. You can be here no matter the tier you subscribe to.